Now, back to Coastal Living on KZTV.
Hey guys, welcome back to Coastal Living. Please welcome our next guest, Heather Orr. She's a certified family nurse practitioner and Allergan master injector at Halcyon Med Spa. Good friend of mine. She's my homegirl. And we're here to talk about something that may seem like a taboo topic, but it's really not, because I think maybe more than 60% of the ladies watching can relate to this. You offer a service called Juliet Laser.
Yes.
Tell me what that is.
Okay, so what we have is a machine. It's manufactured by Cutera, and it's called the Juliet. And what's special about this machine is that it offers vaginal rejuvenation. So what that means is that we use a laser probe to go inside the vagina, and we actually use both ablation and heat to remodel the tissue.
Interesting. So is the tool that you're using similar to a visit to our doctor, our lady doctor?
It is similar. It is similar.
Okay.
We do a speculum exam first to make sure that there's not any contraindications to the procedure. And then we use a probe, and inside the probe is the laser. So everything is, one-time use. It's disposed of after the procedure, so nothing is re-sterilized or reused.
Sure.
And so the laser actually goes inside a probe, and then that probe rotates intravaginally inside the vagina in 360 degrees. And it causes a complete first pass of ablation and then a second pass of a thermal injury to the vaginal tissue. And what that means is that it recruits blood flow to the area.
Okay.
We lose blood flow into our vaginas for a number of reasons. Age. We can get vaginal laxity of the muscle after childbirth.
Of course.
As estrogen levels falls as we age, even premenopausal, the vaginal tissue just loses vasculature. What that means when you have a muscle that doesn't have as good of a vascular structure as it should is that it gets thin, it gets dry, and it gets less flexible and hard. So what that means for a lot of aging women is that they experience urinary incontinence, especially stress urinary incontinence, coughing and sneezing, right? Nobody can jump on a trampoline anymore.
Yes. And you want to be able to play with the kids. I mean, some people might not be taking this seriously, but this is a serious subject that a lot of women actually deal with, and you don't want to have to worry about those things. And this is the first time I'm hearing about any type of solution to that problem. So tell me a little bit more about the things that we can solve with this.
Yes, so we can solve urinary incontinence, and the way it does that is your urethra actually kind of comes and comes out on top of your vagina, and so by thickening the vaginal tissue, by recruiting that vasculature and thickening and strengthening the muscle, it supports the urethra, so it helps with your stress urinary incontinence that way, coughing, sneezing, laughing. It also helps because you have more vasculature in the muscle. It promotes moisture, so a lot of women that are suffering from vaginal dryness and painful vaginal intercourse.
Which can affect your sex life.
Can completely affect your sex life. And that's why I'm just so thankful that you guys are having us on to talk about this, because it really is a life-changing therapy for people. We have clients who are not sexually active with their partners because it's too painful, or they're afraid, they're not running around the playground with their kids, or there's a lot of lifestyle modifications that they're having to make.
Yeah, and this can take its toll on you psychologically to where it's affecting you all around now. It's not just a problem that you're having down there. You can't have quality time with your kids, you can't be intimate with your partner, and those are things that affect you in the long run. It affects the people that you love.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So it's not that you don't want to play with the kids, it's just you don't want to pee yourself. All right, and so it can improve your sexual function as well. Is it painful?
It's mildly uncomfortable.
Okay.
It's a very quick treatment.
If you've had childbirth, it can't be any worse than that, right?
I can attest, it is not worse than childbirth.
Okay.
It is a very quick procedure. So we can treat both internally and externally. The external treatment is sort of for labial laxity and just kind of more of a cosmetic thing. The internal treatment takes a total of about 15 minutes. You can't have intercourse for 72 hours after the treatment. And then there's not really too many post-care instructions after that. The main thing is just refraining from intercourse until the healing process is done, which for most people is around 3 days.
Okay, so you mentioned the external and internal, so you have options depending on what your main concern is. So
correct.
If you are experiencing incontinence or dryness, then maybe you want the internal. External might just be the prettiness.
Yeah, prettiness, hyperpigmentation, labial laxity. So I have clients that do internal only. I have clients that do external only. But the
Can
major.
you do both?
Yes,
Okay.
the large proportion of our clients will do both.
Awesome. Okay. Downtime you mentioned is about 72 hours?
About 72 hours.
Okay, and you can return, I mean, can you use the restroom regularly after that? Do you need to kind of be bedridden to heal?
No, and that's what I was going to say. By downtime, what I mean is refraining from sexual intercourse. So you can resume, within 24 hours going to the gym. You don't need to take the day off work. You'll urinate as normal, no special kind of instructions like that. You may need to wear a light Kotex for a few days because you may have some discharge just as the tissue heals.
Sure.
But the only like downtime is just refraining from sexual intercourse.
Okay, awesome. And so is this something that we come in and get a consultation for? What if somebody is sort of on the fence about it? Can they just come visit you and get a consultation to see if they qualify for this?
Yeah, so at Halcyon, we offer free consultations for any of our procedures, and that's for new and existing clients. So anytime you have a question about anything, make an appointment. Either myself or Angelica Jackson, who's a PA and our other provider, will be happy to answer any questions. We are also having an event tomorrow night at Halcyon directed at this therapy, and it's from 6 to 8 p.m. So people are welcome to call and make a consultation. We will be offering some special pricing, and we'll have some hors d'oeuvres and drinks, and it'll be ladies only, so we can all feel comfortable talking about it.
Yes, once you get a group of girls together, give me a glass of wine, we'll talk about all of it. Usually in public. So this is a free event. If somebody wants to learn more about what we're talking about today, or even any other questions they might have, maybe they want to talk Botox or something else, they can get you guys on the side. That's tomorrow from 6 to 8 p.m. It's free to attend, but you do need to RSVP online or by phone at 452-2637, and visit halcyonmedspa.com for more information. You can add /Juliet if that's the particular procedure you're looking for, but Halcyon offers a big number of solutions to some aging problems, other things that you may be concerned with, and they are so sanitary, so professional, and the environment there is incredible. So I love the vibe at Halcyon. Mention that you saw this segment on Coastal Living, and you will receive $100 off your vaginal rejuvenation treatment. So call and schedule right now, 452-2637 for $100 off. Don't forget to mention Coastal Living. Thank you so much for joining us, Heather. That was so informative, and I hope we answered all of your questions at home. If you have more, you can message them on social media at Halcyon Med Spa.